It's a glorious day and the energy is high as the Josie jockeys get ready to renew rivalry at Turfentine Racecourse on 28 November. They're approaching the gate. They're ready to go. Here's the green light and away they go. More Josie got out well. Hoof Couture is right beside him and It's a Rush is on its outside. It's a Rush gets distracted by this great filly at the rail. More Josie is now catching up. They homeward bound. Hoof Couture, It's a Rush, more Josie. It's going to be close as they scramble all the way down to the line. Here it comes now and more Josie has won the Gauteng SANSUI Summer Cup. Nothing is big unless it's Josie big. Book your tickets at CompuTicket and catch Mikasa, Musart, Casper Nyovest and Goldfish live.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely wonderful to be here with you this afternoon, and my absolute pleasure as the ambassador of the SANSUI Summer Cup 2015 once again. Thank you for joining us here in Braamfontein at the SmokeHouse Grill. The anticipation is mounting as we enter the final stretch to race day. The race is happening in 9 days. Yes, 28th of November. Who's got an outfit ready? As the panic sets in the room. What will be alive throughout will be thoroughbred horse racing, celebrity dashes to raise funds for SOS Children's Villages, fashion shows, top South African artists such as Mikasa, Goldfish and 947's Vin Diesel, to name a few, the Mercury Sprint in support of Movember, and much, much more. Anyone needs to suit up, so if you haven't sorted out your outfit, this is the last call. For details, please be sure to check out www.sansuisummercup.co.za. If you are tweeting today, please remember our hashtag #SansuiSummerCup, and our Twitter handles are at SansuiSummerCup and at Racing It's a Rush. If you'd like to take pictures, we're at SansuiSummerCup on Instagram. Facebook is also Sansui Summer Cup. Now that the formalities are out of the way, I'd like to hand over to Clyde Basil.
Welcome to Chris Dirks, the man who runs SANSUI, part of JD. Chris, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate your support and all of the effort that you have put in as part of the sponsorship, Chris, for the last, 7 years now? Welcome, Chris Dirks. Pumalela's giving away 800,000 Rand in charity that day. So well done to Pumalela for that, and of course to the beneficiary. Congrats to them. Racing It's a Rush is its driving force, so to speak, behind becoming the official media arm of the sport of horse racing. So if it doesn't come from Racing It's a Rush, it's not official. That's pretty much the message. The National Horse Racing Authorities, the regulatory body, they make sure that the auditing process is done. They've had a look at the trophies. All of these trophies on the table next to me have been audited. All got numbers from 1 to 20. So when we call your name up, please come up and choose a trophy. We'll do it as quickly as we can. However, we need to start somewhere. And to know who's still here, if I could ask you to know, there's a little gold box on the table here. If you'll just choose a number out of there. And that's basically where we will commence with the draw. We're going to begin with number 2, you can show it to the cameras. Number 2, that's where we start. This is where Power King is going to run. Number 5, show it to the cameras. You got that. Andrea, you've got that. Number 5, thank you. You may take the trophy with you.
It's a glorious day and the energy is high as the Josie jockeys get ready to renew rivalry at Turfentine Racecourse on 28 November. They're approaching the gate. They're ready to go. Here's the green light and away they go. More Josie got out well. Hoof Couture is right beside him and It's a Rush is on its outside. It's a Rush gets distracted by this great filly at the rail. More Josie is now catching up. They homeward bound. Hoof Couture, It's a Rush, more Josie. It's going to be close as they scramble all the way down to the line. Here it comes now and more Josie has won the Gauteng SANSUI Summer Cup. Nothing is big unless it's Josie big. Book your tickets at CompuTicket and catch Mikasa, Musart, Casper Nyovest and Goldfish live.
But you must be very pleased with the publicity and the exposure of this magnificent event.
Yeah, Andrew, I mean, it's just getting better for us every year. We're excited. We can't believe that when you look at the past that we think we can do things different and grow the event. And this year is going to be one of those years where we're going to grow the event, and we're really excited about this opportunity for us as as the license holders of Sansui in South Africa. It suits our brand. It's a diverse brand in different product categories, and it appeals to different market segments. And we take it from the entry-level type of products, and there's really upmarket Sansui products that appeal to the high end of the market. It's an event that we look forward to on an annual basis. We really want to take the event, and as I said previously, we really want to grow the event and make it a household name in Johannesburg, and make it a household name in the calendar for people in Johannesburg to know. Last week in November, you do nothing else but you come to the Sansui Summer Cup.
I love horses, and I think that's where my passion comes for always wanting to be involved in Sansui Summer Cup. I love being involved with them, and I think it's such a great way of bringing fashion and as well as the love of animals to the stage of people and get them to see how magnificent these animals really are.
Waiho mowing with us, they talk about the luck of the draw. I'm sure your brother's not going to be charmed, but there's probably no fairer racetrack in South Africa than Turffontein.
You know, Andrew, with Waishong aboard, I don't worry about a draw. That man can place a horse in 5 strides, so I'm not worried about that.
Are you happy with this horse's preparation? He's always been talked about as a classic horse, coming along the right way.
Andrew, this horse has gone from strength to strength from last season. You know, in hindsight, I'm sort of glad he never got a run in the July. I think he's obviously needed time off to mature and develop into the horse that he is now. I'm very, very pleased with his progress. I thought his running the charity mile was unbelievable. You know, he wasn't really working well. He needed the run. I think he'll come on. Glad we got rain. You know, I think he's also going to enjoy the sting out of the ground. And at this stage, you know, I'm quietly confident.
They talk about Bart Cummings as being the Cup's king. Your dad, your stable, is the Cup's king. You've won this race more than 10 times. Perhaps not the same kind of firepower as horses that you've had in the past, but they're handily weighted and they are very honest.
Yeah, you got that right. They're very, very honest. The 2 fillies are probably as honest as the day is long, and they do have very light weights, but it's going to be tough for them. They're not in the same league as, you know, in the same class as French Navy and those types of horses, but like you said, they're getting a lot of weight from them. Flying the Flag is a very, very nice horse. I was just very upset he got a bad draw. If you got a big draw, a good draw, I'd make him a massive runner. I think he's a really smart horse, and he's improved many lengths from the charity mile run.
The interesting thing is that I haven't had a chance to speak to the Snaith stable. They've drawn 19 with Pierre Stratham. Waiho mowing, not worried at all about the draw of 17 with Mac Delago, because he knows Waishong is able to place a horse, and you don't get much better handling than Anthony Delpeche.
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't have anybody else on from that draw. It just makes his life a lot harder, and makes the chances of getting a smooth run in a lot harder too. So, listen, we'll see. You know, the race is going to be run once. If it was run 20 times over, you get different results. Hopefully the one time will be the one that counts.
What is his preferred style of racing, flying the flag?
He does like to come from off them. You just got to read the race though and see what kind of pace it is going to be. You know, you got to decide where you want to sit in the field, how you break. We got to leave it to Anthony. He is the master from those type of draws, and he's got to make a judgment call when the time comes.
Elson, thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you representing the Ramsden stable. It's a big responsibility, but you've had a fair amount of success already, having won with Brutal Force and Saint-Tropez. You've got the 2 big runners in this year's Sansui Summer Cup.
Saint-Tropez is the last win. The preparation is going very well. At work, we're doing very well.
Disco L, obviously he was scratched from his last start. Was there any particular reason for that?
He scratched for the last time he was supposed to race on a Peermont stick because of there was so high, so the doctor decided to scratch because they have to put some stuff in the eye.
You must be very honoured and very proud to be representing Joey Ramsden stable up here in Johannesburg in such a big race.
Yeah, I'm very proud. I'm very excited to represent Joey, string of the Johannesburg to the Sansui Summer Cup.
And of course, you had a little bit of luck here today. You drew a fantastic prize. I'm going to ask you to hold the microphone.
Actually, I'm very happy today. I'm winning the big prizes before the race.
For me, the Sansui Summer Cup is something that I always think is at the back of my mind. I love Sansui Summer Cup. I think Louis the King is one of my favorite horses because I was there when he actually took the Triple Crown, and then when he won the Sansui, I backed him, I bet on him, even though everyone's like he's not good odds because he was a favourite to win, and I still supported him. This year I'm supporting ML Jet.
ML Jet, I think you drew 2, didn't you?
Yes, I did. So I'm very excited for him. I've actually got good luck with drawing for people. I saw you also had very good luck.
Now, you were Miss Earth. What is your involvement in society today as a representative of the planet?
I think being a representative from Miss Earth, and I think you have a development and a love towards environmental affairs, and that's been my #1 cause since day one. I think with regards to the water crisis at the moment, I think it's such an imperative thing that South Africans are suddenly realizing that water is an issue. So for me, I'm doing a lot with regards to that, and as South Africans, our #1 heritage is our animals. So I always am behind animal rehabilitation centres, so I'm always backing that. And I think a day at the races is also a great way of bringing awareness, because these animals aren't mistreated, which a lot of people think. These animals are cared for probably better than most animals are cared for, and I think it's a great way to just have fun and also have a bit of fashion with the animals.
Well, Mr. Tarry, in the heart of Braamfontein with the vibe of Johannesburg, wonderful function, and you must be well pleased with 8 and 9 as far as your 2 runners are concerned.
Yes, Andrew, neither of them race up there, so they could slot in somewhere midfield, and I think that's the type of position that they both need.
Of the deficit, hard-knocking, reliable most of the time. French Navy, a brilliant horse, fantastic preparation in the Charity Mile, justifiably the favourite for the race.
Yes, obviously in a handicap, you always hope that the figures are right and the merit ratings are right, because it's a handicap, and at the end of the day, that's what it's going to boil down to, is the who carries what weight. And he obviously deserves to be at the top of the weights, and he's had a pretty smooth prep. Fortunately, we've had a few downpours the last few days, which is certainly going to help. A few of the horses were a bit rattled on the weekend, so it's really welcome, a little bit of rain that we've had. And half the deficit as well. Things have gone pretty smoothly for him. He had a very similar prep run in the Charity Mile, and both of them really finished their runs off very well. And they came back from those races well and have done well since, so I can't ask for much more.